Alright, so I just got another box in of lowland vegetables from FarmFetch. And remember, download the GrabMart app, click on FarmFetch, and order your vegetables now. Today I'm going to make Tortang Talong. I have here some nice eggplants. This is my way of making Tortang Talong, but you can have something totally different. If you have a different way of making it, please let me know. Put it in the comment section, and I'll probably like what you make because I want to see what you guys do. Okay, first off, what we're going to do is we're going to roast these eggplants. I like to stab it with a fork. Doesn't have to go too heavy or too crazy, just a couple of pops and straight on to the fire. While that's charring, I'm going to now prepare my mise en place. Now, when you do cook, you have to cook with all your senses. You can smell it, so I can smell the charring happening right now. I can hear it, because what happens is it kind of pops and sizzles. Make sure everything's okay. And if it's going up too heavy, turn down the heat, or just turn the eggplant. This looks good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off the heat, cool this down so it'll be easier to peel, and I'm gonna move on to the next step. So we're gonna now saute up the pork. All right, so my pan is nice and hot. Add some oil to that. Now again, since my aromatics are nice and small, this will cook quickly. And again, for this step, what I like to do is I like to add a bit of salt. This will help draw out that moisture. Okay, I'm at the stage where I want it. It's starting to color, but not that much. I'm gonna add my ground pork. And whenever you cook, you have to keep in mind temperature. Temperature is key. So if your pan is too hot, just lift it off the flame or turn down the heat. Okay, so remember guys, you control the food doesn't control you. I'm going to add just a little bit of pepper, fresh cracked black pepper. You can use white pepper or even powdered black pepper, whatever you have. Okay, so it's picking up some brown bits, which I like. And at this stage, I'm going to add the oyster sauce. So it's about a tablespoon of oyster sauce. Saute that for about 30 seconds. And then turn off the heat. So I have here a clean bowl. I'm going to transfer this mixture to this bowl. Right, so we're going to transfer it to this bowl so it can cool down. While that's cooling down, I'm going to prep the rest of my ingredients, like the talong. I'll get that nice and peeled. All right, so we just peel it off. The skin should come off relatively easy, and you want to kind of do it slowly so it keeps its shape. So all the bits are off. My eggplant is nice and cold. I'm going to crack this open the best I can to keep it whole. Okay, so we have it nice and peeled. I have a nifty egg slicer. You can actually use a knife if you wanted to, but for me, it gets cleaner cut with this. So I'm gonna use this, and I'll leave it whole now. I'll take it apart when I'm about to use it so I don't break up the yolk. All right, so I'm gonna grab my pork out of the chiller, and I'm gonna take it to the next step, which is add the eggs. So my meat is nice and chilled. Now I'm going to add 3 eggs to this. And I like cracking my eggs on a flat surface. That way the shells don't get caught up in any jagged edges. So I'm going to mix this through. All right, so we're going to get the final cooking process. We have the pan on. So we're adding about 2 tablespoons of oil. We're going to swirl it around the pan. And I have here the eggplants. Light sizzle, and we smash the eggplant. I'm going to turn my fire down just a little bit. Now, as you can see, it pretty much covers up the pan. And what I want to do is I want to cook it out just for a little bit longer, so if there's any moisture left in the eggplant, it'll cook out. Because if I add my eggs in right now with that moisture, it's going to stick to the pan. Now to this, I'm going to season this with salt and pepper. Give it a quick flip so you get that nice browning. Now to this, I turn it down to a low heat. I'm going to pour my pork mixture straight on top. Now, while this is wet, what I like to do is now add the salted eggs to the top. Spread out evenly. Now, what I like to do as like a quick hack, if you don't have an oven, because normally I would pop this in the oven to finish cooking, but if I don't have an oven, I just get about 2 tablespoons of water, run it around the side or the edge of the pan, and I cover it with a lid. So it's going to steam in there, it's going to cook the top, so everything gets nice and cooked. And this is over low heat for about, I'd say 3 minutes. All right, perfect. It's nicely done. All I have to do now is plate it up. You can hold them by tops, shake the pan, and drop it right onto the plate. And here you have it, a beautiful Tortang Talong. You can top this with like green onions, toasted garlic, but I'm gonna keep this nice and plain. What I like to do at home is we cut this into like a pizza, and we all get like 1 triangle each. But for me, all I need now is maybe some ketchup. All right, so I have some rice here. Grab my torta and my onions, and I'm gonna tuck in. Let's give this a try. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed that episode of my Tortang Talong. Please smash that like, hit the share, leave a comment, post the dish that you made, tell me how you liked it or how you even tweaked it. I want to hear from you. Stay tuned for the next episode where we will be cooking stir-fried sitaw with tuyo. So download the GrabMart app, click on FarmFetch, and order your vegetables today. Order today, delivered today. Same day delivery.